Steven Spielberg and 343 Industries' new Halo TV series is out, and being the avid gamer I am, I checked it out as soon as I got the chance. Since the first 2 episodes only have been released till the day I am making the video, it's too soon to draw verdicts, but the TV series does take its foundations from the game, and it are these similarities that excite me. So just thought about making a small video sharing and pointing out these similarities to you such that we as a whole can enjoy and speculate what is about to come next in the series in the near or distant future. But before you proceed any further into the video, I would highly recommend you to watch episode 1 and 2 of Halo the TV series, because a lot of spoilers about it will be in the upcoming footages. So spoiler alert in advance. If you have not seen it, you are going to ruin the experience somewhat. And of course, it's nevertheless said, if you do enjoy the video, then don't forget to hit the like button, get subscribed to the channel and click on that notification bell so that whenever we are producing amazing videos just like this one, you'll be notified about them and you will be able to watch them beforehand. So with all that being said, let's dive in straight into today's video. The primary protagonist and the main character in games through whose eyes we explore the Halo universe, Master Chief John 117, is quite similar to his in-game counterpart. But there is a very slight difference, that is, in the series he seems to lead a silver team of Spartan 2s, which are second generation Spartans, and in the game he was first introduced as the team leader of the blue team of Spartan 2s. So maybe just a shade of color change, and nevertheless it does not make a very big amount of difference. Apart from that, the unique nature and his calm composure is maintained throughout both the episodes on every single aspect. He does seem to lose a little bit of cool whenever his human aspects come out, but that is somewhat expected, right? Because Master Chief is shown for the first time exploring his humane side, and for that I think it is pretty natural for those moments where he loses his cool. Only thing that really bugged me is the fact that the series revealed Master Chief's face so easily in the first episode itself, whereas in the game we hardly know how Master Chief looked as a child, let alone unmasking him as an adult. And also it bugged me because they could at least keep it to the season end, where they could at least create some amount of excitement for people to speculate that how Master Chief looks, and that could also extremely be beneficial for season 2 of the TV series if it is ever made, of course. Apart from that, adding the ability to trigger Covenant artifacts with his touch seems like a bet which the show itself has taken for the sake of plot twists and storytelling in the future, because I don't think I have ever encountered Master Chief doing something which is pretty unique to himself. Like in episode 2, it is explained that only specific humans with specific DNA codes in their system, or in their body rather, can access the artifacts, and that is something which is not the case with the games, because in the games the humans can get an access or can use the Covenant artifacts because the creators of the Covenant artifacts have given them the access. So yeah, there is that also. And focusing on his silver team, which is shown in the first episode only, it comprises mainly of 3 other Spartans apart from John 117, which is Vanek, who is sub leader and the assault specialist, Riz, who is the communications specialist, and Cal 125, who is the intelligence specialist. My facts are probably right. If something is here and there, then I hope it's not a problem, and you can of course feel free to correct me through the comment section. The Covenant elites are very well portrayed till now in the series, and I must say every detail has been kept in mind. From the plasma rifles, the swords, to the savage nature, all seems exactly extracted from the game and brought to life. In spite of them being introduced through the decimation of Madrigal, it not only provides strong framework for the ruthless nature of the Covenants towards the humans, but points to the major factors which will result in the war between UNSC and Covenants, which later leads to the discovery of the Halo Ring and hence starting the intergalactic war between all the humans and all the Deviants and Covenants. And of course, I should also mention the fact of the Arbiter, because when Master Chief discovers the artifact in episode 1, only one of the elite survives and is able to camouflage itself, after which it escapes through an escape ship. And probably that is going to be the future Arbiter. If you don't know who the Arbiter is, then of course feel free to comment it down. I'll make few shots about the series and specific characters related to them, so don't worry about it. Essentially, Arbiter is an extremely important character from the Covenant side, and from the actions of this elite, it seems like this guy could be appointed as a new Arbiter by the prophets, but that is something which we probably will see in the upcoming episodes or in later seasons. Honestly, I thought this is the only character the series will mess up due to the extreme complexities related to her, and I cannot draw a conclusion from just 2 episodes on Dr. Catherine Halsey because it's impossible. Straight and simple as that. Dr. Catherine Halsey is one of the most intelligent yet twisted characters in the Halo universe. I won't categorize her as evil, but in the game she is cutthroat and desperate enough to do whatever she can to save John and the other Spartans. She even defies UNSC a lot of times just to save the life of John. And this can be very well seen in both the episodes. Setting up the aspects of Dr. Halsey will make establishing Cortana as an ally of Master Chief, which would really be useful and engaging for the story eventually, which will result in Master Chief and Cortana going AWOL. I guess time will tell how the show proceeds towards establishing all the traits of Halsey into live action and also reflecting her desperation towards the Spartan program, the Mjolnir armor program, which is actually the armor which currently Spartans are using, and the other projects, for example the birth of Cortana, which we probably will see in episode 3 or episode 4 of the series. Margaret Parangoski is one of those administrative figures who has always influenced the story in the game from the beginning of the franchise. Now, according to the game lore, she issued the Spartan projects, and in the TV series we can see that she provided the go-through to Halsey for the Cortana project, which she actually completely disagrees with, but just to bring John under control, she agrees with the fact that Cortana can be bought online. According to the lore of the game, she always had disagreement to the means and procedures used by Dr. Catherine Halsey, and in the show the same trend is followed. If you see, just like the video game's lore, she actively disagrees creating of Cortana through murder of Flash clones and seems to get the job done when it is needed. Just for the sake of example, in episode 1, when John was being brought back to the UNSC base, she instantly activated Soren protocol without even thinking about the fact that John is the most prized military asset of UNSC, and that is what makes me think that this is exactly the character from the games which is needed to maintain, a stern hand in UNSC and create that continuous flash between Dr. Halsey and Parangoski, thus creating more complications within the organization and in the time of war a lot more chaos. Now, if I am supposed to talk about Cortana, well, we have just seen a Flash clone of Dr. Halsey, and there is that only because Cortana has not yet been revealed. We have seen her through the trailer footage, but not inside the TV series till date. And I think probably by episode 3, or if it is very late, then by episode 4, we would get a better look and higher amount of screen time of Cortana in the series. So for that I am pretty excited, but I can't say much except from the fact that trailer footages show pretty accuracy to the source material, and I don't know what is exactly going to happen to her, because last when I played Halo Infinite, she was actually the AI who went rogue and completely decimated UNSC, the Covenants, essentially everything. There is not much left in the Halo universe. If you play Halo Infinite, you will be completely understanding that. So there is that, and those groundwork procedures start from here itself, from the influence of Dr. Halsey. So it will be important to see that how they replicate that or bring something new and even more exciting in the show in the future, or in the upcoming few episodes rather. Talking about three prophets, which is truth, mercy and regret, we got a good shot of all the three prophets in episode 2, whereas in episode 1 we got the shot of only one of them. Probably it was truth, if I am not wrong. If I'm wrong, of course the correct name will be given on the screen right now, so don't worry about it. But if you don't know who are the three prophets are those organisms who have complete control over religious and political affairs, and their religious importance can be easily seen on the Covenants in the series. Nevertheless, it is said that I am excited to see how they will influence the Covenants later in the series to obtain the artifacts from the UNSC, or to obtain that particular artifact which is getting triggered by the touch of John 117 and is pointing towards the Halo ring. And apart from that, since these are graphical elements, I think replicating elements or characters like the three prophets is pretty much more easier than replicating much more lively characters and much more deeper characters like John 117 or Catherine Halsey. And the final person on our list is Soren. Now, Soren has a very different story in the game. In the TV series which we see Soren escape from the Spartan training facility with a deformed hand. Now we don't know how the hand got deformed, whether it was cut off and some other hand was just surgically placed in its place, or it was actually because of the procedures done to enhance the Spartans. Now in the game, if you check out his lore, he went through multiple procedures which every single Spartan goes for enhancement of strength, neural network, their brain capacity, everything. And Soren was one of those candidates whose body started reacting vigorously and it could not go through all the procedures, due to which he got extremely high amount of upper body strength, but it factored his mobility, and at the end of the day he was given a desk job in UNSC and not allowed to enter actively as a Spartan. But here things seem to be a little bit different, because he calls himself a pirate and he has a complete family. The whole setup itself feels different, and I personally think that the show is doing this to take Soren in some other direction. For example, making him a bad character against John 117 such that they can clash, and two best friends have an awesome fight sequence between them, thus exciting the audience. I don't know, this is just a speculation which I feel may happen, because John is a Spartan and Soren is a Spartan turned pirate. So that sounds extremely odd, but still, we don't know what is about to happen. Whatever it is, let's just hope that it will be nice. And yeah, that is going to be all for today. There are also a lot of characters, but I cannot include all of them because that would increase the length of the video enormously. So I thought that these were a few of the most important characters, and that is why I thought of talking about them. So yeah, with all that being said, if you did enjoy the video, then don't forget to hit the like button, get subscribed to the channel and click on that notification bell such that whenever new videos are released, you'll be notified about them and you will be able to watch them beforehand. And with all that being said, Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also check out our social handles. The link is given in the description, and also the name to our social handles is given on the screen right now. And yeah, with all that being cleared out, I'll see you in the next video with some more awesome content and guides. Till that time, peace out.